Yeah, let's just get into it because it's actually started.
Talk with Turtle Rock's lead game designer on Back for Blood, Brandon Yanez, to help piece it all.
Oh,
Let's start off with the reveal of a brand new PvP trailer and see what it's like in action.
so I guess we're just going to be getting updates on the games, I'm guessing. Hopefully we can see some gameplay for uh, uh Jesus Christ, Suicide Squad, and a little bit more on Gotham Knights.
That's one down.
When I was young, I climbed up too high just to touch the sun.
Back off!
On my mission, no prescription, shoot for number one. Start a riot, won't keep quiet. I'm surrounded. Heart is pumping, keep it coming. Better run high.
This is what happens when you don't stick together.
I was born for this. I'm a monster, I'm a hunter. Let my demons show. Hold on tight.
Keep pushing them back!
Hit the gas and go. Now or never, live forever. I'ma take what's mine. Heart is pumping, keep it coming. Start the running high. Feel that fever, lightning strikes. Dangerous like dynamite.
Here they come!
That looked intense. So there you have it,
As
guys.
you know,
Back
more
for
Left 4
Blood's
Dead.
PvP mode
More Left 4
Swarm.
Dead.
To hear more about it and to take a deep dive into the gameplay and the mechanics, we have Turtle Rock's lead game designer on Back for Blood, Brandon Yanez. Brandon, can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration of this new PvP mode and what makes it fun and unique?
Of course, so just like our previous titles, we really enjoy bringing new items.
Hold on,
to
let
the
me
table
up the
while
quality
retaining
of
the
this
spirit of the
video.
genre that we're
Even,
working with.
oh,
So
it's
Back 4
already.
Blood's PvP
Ah,
is heavily inspired
okay.
by our previous
Alright.
titles and makes survival, fast action, massive monsters, and a touch of horror. So our goal is to make a balanced and fun PvP mode with just as much replayability as the main campaign.
So what's the structure of the PvP like? Do you play in rounds? Can you play as both cleaners and ridden in one match, or are we swapping between the two?
Yeah, so it's played as a best of 3 match. Teams of 4 take turns swapping between the ridden and cleaner players.
Yeah, this
Job
is
of the
just
cleaners is to
explaining
scout for
all
supplies,
everything
find a
we
good
already
place
know.
on the map,
We got
and form
that
a
from the
position and try to
trailers.
last as long as they can.
That, you know.
The ridden's main objective is to kill the cleaners as fast as they can. So this is achieved by choosing the right ridden to counter the other
Yeah,
team's
like this
strategy,
is
using
this is
station upgrades,
self-explanatory.
and by coordinating attacks with other AIs and players. As the round progresses, the swarm moves in, so this increases the size of the ridden attacks and shrinks the playable space, sometimes forcing the cleaners out of their favorable positions, right? So when a cleaner team is wiped from the field, the points are scored for how long they survive. Then both teams swap, and then they go at it from the other side. The team that runs the clock the longest as the cleaners is
Jesus
Well,
Christ,
I
she looks
understand
scared.
you play as all the different cleaners in both co-op and PvP. Do you have a favorite character that you play as?
So I have a couple. I play Mom a lot. She's a badass with a sawed-off shotgun. She adds a lot of
Mama.
survivability to the team. She can also instantly
Mama
help
drama.
teammates that are falling during battle. All of our cleaners have special perks, so that one is hers.
Let's jump into another trailer that goes a little more in depth on the Ridden's progression through PvP. Check it out.
No more. Okay. Was watching this showcase a mistake? I hope not. Like, I feel like we've seen enough of this. We get the gist of at least this game. Like, it's, you know, it's just more Left 4 Dead. I'm more interested seeing what the new, the Harry Potter game, because we haven't really seen much about that. I like them to delve a little bit deeper into the Harry Potter game and see, you know, making your own like wizard and stuff and going through Hogwarts, and seeing that whole experience. Then obviously I'd love to see more about Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights. even though we got a gameplay demo for Gotham Knights before, it's like kind of Arkhamish, but like I guess like it's almost actually got a sense of like the Avengers game that we just saw, you know, where it's like, oh, you're getting different gear and stuff and you're upgrading your version of this character. So I'm hoping to see more of that stuff instead of this. I feel like we've seen enough of this. Like, I think like initially when this launched, they came out with a cinematic, then they came out with a little bit of gameplay, then we most recently saw a bunch of gameplay, and we saw another trailer, and now we're getting more gameplay and them explaining more stuff, and I just don't think it's necessary. I think everyone gets it. Like, they're even breaking down this, I don't think this is necessary. I honestly don't.
So for example, the Stalker can pounce a player and pull them away from their team, or an Exploder can time their detonation in the middle of a group of cleaners and fling them all in separate directions.
Now, knowing that each Ridden has these different abilities, how do they change and improve throughout a match and improve the Ridden's chance of winning?
So as the Ridden battle against the cleaners, they gain points. They can spend these points on team-wide upgrades called mutations. Mutations upgrade and improve a lot of different things on the Ridden side, from adding effects to their abilities. It might buff the common AI waves in size and strength. So the really cool thing is, so they affect the whole team, and they persist between rounds. So as a Ridden team starts to coordinate their upgrades, things can get pretty wild.
What are some strategies that the Ridden team can take on in order to get a leg up on the competition?
If the cleaners are really sticking together, you can swap to the Wretch and vomit on their location.
Maybe, yeah. I'm starting to feel like this was a mistake. I hope I'm not mistaken. I also kind of feel like I was mistaken by putting PC Gaming Show in the yeah. I don't know if they're going to show any good stuff that we haven't already seen. I think we're going to see a bunch of indie games for the PC Gaming Show, you know, and that's going to be interesting to see what people are making, but like, I feel like a lot of them I'm probably not going to care for.
Charge in and detonate on them, sending them flying and doing a massive amount of damage.
Ooh, sounds pretty brutal. So, with that being said, which is your favorite Ridden?
It's so strange seeing her now. She used to work for IGN. I think she used to do the Daily Fix, and she also used to do this thing called like Cheap, Cool, and Crazy or something, I think it was. And like, this is like back, like, I think 2013 sort of era. So like, she was back then, and now seeing her, like, obviously, I hate to be that guy, you know? I hate to be that guy. She has put on a little bit of weight. It's very noticeable. Like, considering like she was like dead, like skinny, but it's not bad, you know. She's still very attractive, and like, I'm glad that she's like still getting work out there. Like, she seemed very certain when she was leaving IGN, and to be honest, I don't blame her. I feel like a lot of people left IGN, but like, yeah, I think good for her. She's getting like these events now. She's out there, and it's fantastic. Why am I talking about her? This makes no sense.
Cleaners, the Ridden, the mutations, as well as how the
I don't know what I'm doing. Can you tell?
And for giving us a little bit more detail on Back 4 Blood's new PvP mode, Swarm.
Thanks for having me. I can't wait for everyone to get their hands on this game. We're all really excited.
Yes, please be over. Let's watch something else, please. Please.
With an early access portion on August 5th.
Please, Ashley, please.
Pre-order.
Please.
Back 4 Blood still has a lot more to reveal in the coming months, so
I think her name was Ashley. I can't remember. It's been so long. And please tell me she's not just here for Back 4 Blood. Let's her present the whole thing. Might as well. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Information has been digested. Please. Yeah. There we go.
And there you got it, folks. Back 4 Blood. It looks awesome.
Wait, was that it?
That was actually a pleasant surprise for me.
What?
When I played the game, you know, when the alpha was out, I think it was the alpha.
What is this?
It was, you know, a
Have I been bamboozled?
That kind of experience, and but you
what
know,
the hell is this?
Some good old-fashioned, unorthodox PvP types of games. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I played an irresponsible amount.
Okay, hold on. Are they?
This one's the perfect gift for the friend who's been getting a little too comfortable during quarantine, Manscaped. And
Was that it? Have I been bamboozled? Was there no actual... Hold on, where's IGN? IGN.
I've been obsessed with belts.
Like, is there no Warner... Was that it for Warner Brothers? Like, nothing?
So if the cleaner survived for, say, 4 minutes, then the
What is this
ridden,
timer?
then when they become the cleaners, they have to survive for 4 minutes and 1 second, or is there a little more nuance to it than that?
That also reminds me, Warner Brothers owns Mortal Kombat,
longest.
so...
Yeah, who can... And
yeah, I'm gonna mute that. Okay. People are just talking. Is this the live stream? Is this? I think so. Let's I guess listen in then.
Yeah, I need some attachments.
Them talking more about Back for Blood. A game I feel like I'm fully aware. I think I understood it from the first concept.
They have something we call
Is he just talking about the same thing the other guy was talking about in the other stream?
You're granted points by the game each round, and then you can
Yeah,
fill
he is.
those
Okay.
points against upgrades to whichever ridden you like. Those upgrades are kind of based around
Alright.
offense, defense, and kind of like utility upgrades. So there's kind of a little bit of strategizing going on during the pre-rounds as well.
Now, when the ridden team is either upgrading or enhancing their characters, are they able to select from the variants that you showed off in the trailer? I know we
Actually,
have
wait,
the,
let me grab
like
something.
what I like to call the big beefy boy. You've got the Reeker, the Wretch, and the Exploder. Are they able to kind of hot swap at will? Is it all randomized? How does that work exactly?
Oh no, you get to choose your character. Like you said, yeah, you got it. It's the big beefy boy. He's called the Tool Boy. He has a couple of variants. He's got a crusher ability and also a bruiser ability. You kind of imagine.
Let's look at this instead, because who cares? Now this is some cool shit. Look at this shit. That motherfucking jetpacks dueling and shit. Yeah. Could you imagine feudal Japan with jetpacks? How much more epic the battles will be? Just fucking come jetting in, or fucking katana slicing your foes. Such a fucking legend. Woo! Yeah, that was fantastic. They're still talking about Back for Blood. Is there a trailer we should watch then? Something else? Oh yeah, Plague's Tale was pretty good. Let's just browse a little. There's nothing wrong with a little browsing. Oh yeah, let's take a re-look at that Final Fantasy sort of game. Final Fantasy Origins, I think it was.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission. Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I don't know how I feel about these characters yet, you know.
I only know
Obviously,
one thing.
based upon first impressions,
Chaos.
there's like this guy, gruff man, who's angry,
It's like a hunger.
considering how many times he screams at the things he's about to kill. There's Prompto, but with a little bit of attitude, not like sweet boy Prompto.
Sure chaos is here.
Yeah, they can only
You know.
squash monsters for so long.
And then there's cool guy in the back.
He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
And that's what I'm saying. I do like that. I'm liking that. Like, there's like a little bit of a parry,
This is so thick I can
parry
taste
system.
it. This is it. No doubt.
And it definitely feels. It feels like it's definitely got some like sort of Souls Neo DNA in there, right?
His name was Garland.
Like just like
I would be
how they're
grateful if
swinging
you
the
looked for
swords.
him.
Chaos.
But I wonder what most of the game is gonna be, because clearly they're after this guy or like going after Chaos, whatever that is. But like, what is like most of the environment's gonna look like? Like, how's it gonna flow and develop the game, and how, where is it gonna like, you know? Well, what are the different locations we're gonna be able to go see? You know?
Terrifying to behold.
It's Garland.
No.
Is his hair actually pink like that? It's definitely an interesting, and I can't wait to see more. No idea when this will come out though. Well, okay, there you go, 2022, sometime that year. And like, they're gonna have a demo. Yeah. That's pretty. You wanna watch FF14 again? Might as well. We ain't got nothing better to do. Let's listen to that sweet song again. Oh, here it comes, yeah. Behind. And if you think about, you know, Soken, like as he's writing this song while he's in the hospital getting treatment for cancer, right? A lot of the lyrics seem to make sense. Like even the whole like he's fading away, and then in the end of the song it's like forge ahead, like he has to keep going. It's like, man, like this song slaps, yo. It's so good.
Alize! Are you alright? I can look after myself, you know.
Ooh, sassy.
And I've had enough of this rot. Come on!
That little back talk, like, I can look after myself, you know. But back up. It's not like I care or anything. Total tsundere energy from her.
There were those who stood in defiance of that fate.
The hour is come, Vritra. It's all or nothing.
heroes deign to play their part. Took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting.
Yeah, we just to give you guys an update, I think there is no Warner Brothers game show. I think that Back for Blood thing was the Warner Brothers, E3 presentation, which is really disappointing to me because I wanted to see something, obviously I've been saying Suicide Squad, Harry Potter, Gotham Knights, and Mortal Kombat would definitely been interesting. Just to see what they were up to, but it looks like they had really nothing to show. So, because we're like, I think 8 minutes away from like fucking PC gaming show. So we'll just watch that instead. Hopefully, please, God, don't be fucking 3 hours like last year. I hope. I honestly hope. I don't think I could stream for another 3 hours. Like it's gonna take me all the way into like early morning shit, like 2. We'll see where it goes.
We must.
Do as you must then, but we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Do. We die. Forge ahead. Oh God, I love this song. I like when this song dropped initially, I was getting closer to like my university hand-in for the animation course that I've been doing, and it bumped me up. It bumped me like I was fucking grooving out to this like 24/7 like for 2 days straight. And like people were like, Daniel, what the fuck you listen to? It's like, don't worry guys, you wouldn't get it. Yeah. And then like, yeah, it was such a good song. It's such a good song. It's fantastic. I kind of want to watch the trailer again just to hear it again, but I know I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. How many minutes do we have now? We got what, 6 minutes? I think 6 minutes. Wait, let's take a bit. Yeah, we got 6 minutes. Let's. What else? Is this Soken? Oh, this is classic. You guys go watch this. This is the legend. This is the man right here. Her face. This is another one of his genius creations. Just experience it. Oh God. Her face. Oh, look at it, look at him, look at him. Oh, the man at work, the genius. Oh, this is so good. I fucking love this clip. Ooh, dual play. See, it really takes a lot of skill to play both of them at the same time while singing. It's like, it's so impressive. Bravo. Bravo. Look at him scamper away. What an amazing human being. Let's switch this. I'm not getting sponsored by you, so no. Oh wait, has PC Gaming Share started? No, it has not. This guy is so overqualified for this position. He's probably like, he's either really excited that he got this job, or he's like, oh. He's like, I'm gonna show these kids something they've never seen before. Or he's like fed up with, it's like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this shit. Look, let me show them just how capable I am, and this is where I'm at. Look at this guy. And it's amazing he's doing it in that like, you know, full mascot like apparel. It's like, it's so hard to see as it is and maneuver, and he's doing it. He's fucking acing this shit. This is. I'm just sure the kids are like fucking blown away. They're just like, oh my god. That's so impressive. Can you tell I'm just looking for fucking clips to just keep us like from like, just so we have something to look at before, like, because it's like nothing. Damn. I wasn't mentally prepared for that skill. Are you ready to play? Yes. Wait. I have to admit you. I can't play chess.
Поэтому мы тебе нашли достойного противника. Я приглашаю в эту студию 12-го чемпиона мира по шахматам, международного гроссмейстера, заслуженного мастера спорта СССР Анатолия Карпова.
That, like, he did this kid dirty. He really did. He fucking did this kid dirty. Is that... Oh, it's already started. Fuck. Let's jump in. Are they in a giant NVIDIA RTX 3080 card right now?
You know, selling all those black market graphics cards you've been hoarding.
Ah, yes, a crime with absolutely no real-world consequences.
That would make me fucking so salty if that was real. I want one of those cards. My rig needs a fucking upgrade. Like I'm still rocking the 970, which has been getting me by just fine. But like I know if I got one of those new cards, it would be such a major boost. Like it would be like I would be set for at least the same amount of time that I've had this one, which has been like 6 to 7 years now. I've seen her before somewhere. She used to work on the No. Wow, small world.
So what's the plan, Cap? Well, Frankie, Deadbot's gonna send you the coordinates for your first target, now. Your targets might be exclusive interviews, trailer premieres, or any number of amazing new computer games to beam down to the fine people on Earth.
Mission received.
Now this is gonna continue until all the targets are acquired and our mission is completed.
Hey, at least they're having fun this year. I think last year they were just all like standing around talking. And the year before that they were just on a stage standing around talking. At least they're like in like a sci-fi element, you know, one's flying the you know, the ship and the other I guess is in the boiler room. This guy's the captain or whatever he's doing. Oh no, they are just bringing back the stage.
Planet Earth.
Oh, great to be back, right? Am I right?
One of my favorite planets in the whole
You can't just stay in the goddamn ship.
God, that teleporter was conveniently built just down.
Okay, let's see how long I watch this. Let's see how long I watch this. I'm gonna move myself into a...
Enough for you guys. Later in the show,
I absolutely fucked that. I actually ran off the wire out of the microphone. That's on me, guys. That's on me. Let's make sure my fucking wheels will not do that again.
For just $10. But right now, we're gonna kick things off with Nanaka Blade Point.
Let's get comfortable. Let's get nice, comfortable. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh. Oh, okay. This is like did they say this was a battle royale or is this something else? Because this looks pretty cool. I thought it was also like, it looked like it was some of the characters were Chinese you know, based, and obviously that guy with the katana is like very like sort of like obviously Japanese based. So I'm guessing this is like a combination of a bunch of different things. Looked like there was a god there. That looked pretty interesting. Ooh. New weapon, chainsaw. Yeah, that looked cool. Don't know what it is, but it looked cool. Does this seem lower to you? Let me. Oh, it is. Let me turn that up. There we go. World premiere.
My time is now. I will become the best player the school has ever seen. Dodgeball Academia, here I come.
I like the art style. Looks very cute. Drawn very well. Oh, it's like a dodgeball game then? It almost looks like a little bit like Windjammers.
Make sure to check out Dodgeball Academia out soon from Humble Games. Ooh, that was sweet. Don't you agree, DevBot?
Sure. Whatever you say, Sean. I agree with whatever you say.
I'm sensing a little bit of resentment there, buddy. Has something rusted your ports?
Nothing. I am happy to play second fiddle to a captain as charming and handsome as you. I have also definitely not dedicated multiple cores to computing revenge plans in a range of lethalities.
Great!
New target.
Oh, she's in a fucking mecha.
It looks like Chivalry 2 with a special word from Steve Piggott, CEO and creative director of Torn Banner Studios.
Oh, I remember they were showing like Chivalry 2 earlier on, I think in Summer Games Fest with Jeff Keighley.
5 days ago. I'm so happy to be here at the PC Gaming Show. Chivalry 2, if you don't know, is a first-person slasher, which is like a first-person shooter, except instead of guns and grenades, you've got swords, battle axes, longbows, and players are fighting it out on these huge 64-player battlefields. It's all about creating those epic sword-fighting duels that you see in medieval Hollywood movies, and also that huge clash, the Battle of the Bastards kind of chaos and carnage. So the post-launch support plan is going to look like a mixture of mid and massive level content updates coming out across this year. One of the things we're most excited about is taking it to different eras in the medieval period. Before we've done the early period, now we're going closer to the later period in the upcoming update where you're going to get a bit more refined medieval armors and refined atmospheres that you can then go in and tarnish it and smear blood all over. But we really want to take players into different experiences and make each of our maps its own game mode and make it something that medieval army would actually do when they go into a space. And when you come across these pristine gardens and this beautiful castle, you get to tear it all down and cause it's a canvas for your destruction.
We want to have a trail of it then? Yeah, Chivalry was pretty fun.
It's basically bottomless. It's the game that got us onto the scene and started the company, and it's the game that's going to take us so much further.
With the post-launch plan for Chivalry 2, the game at launch is a foundation. It's intentionally been built to be extended.
It's not just out and done. We're going to support it a lot with post-launch content.
Galencourt is the first TO map that's coming out post-launch.
Galencourt is going to take us to the high medieval times or the late medieval times.
It really captures the Agathian ideals of being this noble, rich, wealthy place where the prosperous live.
You're going to feel like you're sieging Tower of London if it was on a port where ships could dock into.
Huzzah!
Blowing up a couple ships, which is fun.
Huzzah!
At launch, but there'll be more and more added to it post-launch as well.
a new fighting style is really going to change up the experience and change how you have to fight everyone. Post-launch content is something that we're going to be working on for a long time.
The game is really going to at least double in size for free.
Chivalry.
Next up, we have an exciting look at Dying Light 2, and make sure to stick around to find out how you could win a
Yeah,
custom
Dying Light is one of those
Warrior
games that's
PC
also been like
from
announced, but it's like you've been slowly hearing more and more about it, and it's been like slowly, more news has been happening, but like it's been taking forever to come out. Well, it's good. Like I would rather a developer take their time, you know, and make their game as best as it can be instead of rushing it out. So as long as they're on the right path, it's not in like production hell, then it's cool with me. Well, this looks fun, you know. You know, I have like a nice, you know, I'm getting like Splatoon vibes. What was that other game? It's like a ninja game that also is like Splatoon. It's like Splatoon vibes, you know. But you can do, it looks like you can do some goofy things. Roman, okay.
Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Today, especially for the viewers of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Dying Light universe. So,
what more do we need to really know about the Dying Light
every
universe?
tragedy begins somewhere. This one started with a virus that escaped from Haran, the city we
I guess
met
for new
in the
players.
first part of the game, and it reached the whole world, including the city where Dying Light 2 takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That day, later known as Black Monday, the military ordered chemicals to be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning most people into bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think of them as zombies though. They are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage. Those who survived the chemical
So we're
raid
murdering
took
innocents.
refuge on the rooftops. A new order has been born in the city. People live on rooftops, monsters in the streets. Nobody in their right mind would dare to come down. Well, let's say almost nobody. The exception is the main character of Dying Light 2, Aiden. But why is he braver than others?
He's a runner.
How did he develop such a unique parkour and combat skills? Believe me guys, I would gladly answer all these questions, but I'm not here to spoil it for you. Let me tell you one thing.
Same nightmare haunts me every night. I'm locked up with other kids.
Was that the thing he wanted to tell us?
But he did it every day, over and over, looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister. I'll never forget her scream when they separated us. What could I do? They had rifles, and we were 5 years old. And there was a fire, explosions, chaos. I got away. Soldiers took me out of the city, but my sister stayed there. My Mia, I left her.
We meet Aiden.
Well, hold on there, buddy. She ain't yours, alright? She's your sister. She ain't yours. You know? You do not own her. She is her own person.
Time is extreme pain, then a fire, and a little girl that was being tested with him. Her name was Mia. She was his sister. What happened next after the fire? Is Mia still alive?
So I'm guessing that's the journey. This is the main plot of the game. Find your sister.
Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is. Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue about how to find his sister. Aiden's path to the truth is tough, full of challenges and adventures. The difficult choices to make as well as their consequences await you. You're going to discover them all in December 2021.
Ah, finally a release date. Wow.
Ooh, that was Dying Light 2, and it looks great.
And spooky.
Whew, well, we are here back on the E3 stage so we can get closer to your comments and reactions to what you're seeing on this year's PC Gaming Show.
That is right, Sean. So you out there, keep your comments coming in. And
Keep them flowing, boys.
We want to get your input on a subject that Sean and I are pretty passionate about, PC building. So this year, we've put a number of prototype PCs based on MechWarrior 5, but we're only going to manufacture one of them. And you get to pick which custom design becomes our flagship PC for this year's PC Gaming Show, powered by the 11th Gen Intel Core
Oh, these the designs?
That is correct. Each of the prototype PCs that you see before you on the screen are paired with one of the 6 factions of MechWarrior 5. The Free Worlds League, the Draconis Combine, the Federated Sons, the Compellin Confederation, and more.
So cast your vote now for which faction and custom PC you want to win, and help us pick the best design.
I'm currently personally pulling for the Draconis Combine because, as you can see by my beautiful patch, I'm the biggest fan of MechWarrior 5 on the PC Gaming Show.
Well, all right. Well, we'll check in later to see which group survives this MechWarrior showdown. But for now, let's check in with our very own mech pilot, Frankie Ward, who went on a special mission to get a closer look at Sega and Amplitude Studios' upcoming strategy game, Humankind.
Sega.
In Humankind, you will be creating a civilization as unique as you are. And speaking of unique, it's me, Frankie Ward.
Oh.
Kind of good, don't you think? Wondering how I got into the game? Let me show you.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You know, letting someone, letting her do it.
Oh, you think you can beat me? Posture all you like. I've seen worms with more impressive empires.
Can you tell I'm slightly distracted. Just not really talking as much as normal.
Get ready to play against me in the Humankind closed beta, starting now.
Oh, go out today and play. Come on, you know you want to do it. Come on. Wanted, dead or alive. Ooh. This looks cool. It's given me a couple of different vibes from different type of games, which is pretty good because I'm into those games. I'm getting a little Katana Zero. I'm getting a little oh, what's that game called? I forget, but I'm getting like these like indie game vibes. And it looks beautiful. Oh my god, look at the sprite work on this. Is that sprite work or is that drawn? It looks amazing though. Very impressive. They always run. Yeah, that's like one I would be like, I'm gonna check it out.
My name is DevBot, your cloud-based artificial intelligence, and while I could be lonely without a physical body, I am streaming to you from GeForce Now, where you can play hit games like Rocket League and Apex Legends on nearly any device. With a library of over 900 games and new titles added every GFN Thursday, there's something for everyone and always something new. Coming up, a special word from Valve. But first,
Ooh, Gabe. Gaben in the house.
Hey! You want it?
What is that? Is that just me or is it cutting out just a little bit?
Come and get it. Well, it's about time.
Joining me to talk about Orcs Must Die 3 from Robot Entertainment is design director Jerome K. Jones. Welcome, Jerome.
Thanks, Sean. Glad to be here.
So, for anyone who's never seen an Orcs Must Die game, what is the Orcs Must Die series all about?
Well, Orcs Must Die 3 is a third-person tower defense game. So basically, there are tons of orcs and bad guys trying to get into these rifts, and the player has to stop them. We give players tons of weapons and traps and tools to do this, and while you're defending the rifts, you can play solo, or you can invite a friend and play co-op.
Now, since this is the third game in the series, what's new compared to the previous two titles?
There are 2 new campaigns, but the main new story campaign takes place about 25 years after Orcs Must Die 2, so not only will the fans be able to catch up on any new developments with the Order, but they will also place some new heroes in our all-new war scenarios, which are these new massive levels where you fight hundreds of orcs on the battlefields outside of the fortress themselves. So you're fighting indoors and outdoors, which is pretty new. We have a new mode called Scramble. It's basically adding random elements against the player, making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about the toys. What are the new weapons and the new traps that are coming?
We added war machines and war guardians. So a war machine is like, there are these massive traps, like you might release a giant tornado on the battlefield, or
I am losing the plot here.
And you'll fire at giant orc armies. And then the war guardians are it's like putting other war mages on the battlefield with you to fight with you, except they have their own attacks and their own special abilities.
Well, I gotta ask then, when and where can we play Orcs Must Die 3?
So OMD 3 is coming out on July 23rd on Steam,
Oh, that's not too far.
and Xbox, and pre-orders start today. So you should rush off to Steam now and put OMD 3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jerome K. Jones. Once again, just a few more weeks to wait for Orcs Must Die 3. For now, though, it's time for us to take a look at Vampire the Masquerade.
Ooh, okay. Let's see how this game is progressing.
Get out here.
She looks like she's from Chainsaw Man. That Kobayashi.
You need to find us. All I want is to be with my little girl.
Is that so much to ask?
Okay. Is this the story? Ooh. Wait, so are you not like allowed to do your whole create a character and see where you go with it?
This is CERN from Passion Republic Games. We are a Malaysian-based indie game studio working on Gigabash, a multiplayer arena brawlers
Interesting.
inspired by kaijus and heroes.
I hope they explore that, talk about that a little bit more.
Footage of our oversized characters in action. Please enjoy the brawl.
Oh, this is just, you know, fun time with mates. It's like, let's go fight each other as kaiju. And giant robots. Big robot. You can start to tell that I'm starting to get tired already. Yeah, and that's surprising. I thought I was gonna at least stay up for like a good hour in before I started feeling this way, but I'm already doing it. I'm already starting to slow down. Gigabash. Maybe if I continue trying to talk, maybe that will help.
And make sure you hang around afterwards for the developer interview with Sean.
Mankind is
facing total annihilation.
We stand on the verge of extinction.
Infertility spreading across the globe.
Humanity's last living generation.
A major scientific breakthrough.
Yet there is hope for our future.
the project known as the Lemnis Gate.
But if we are to survive, first we must go back.
What?
3, 2, 1.
I don't understand. With that introduction, it seemed like it wouldn't have been just a shooter.
Let's go.
Pew pew.
Protect and serve.
You have only one mission. Activate the Lemnis Gate.
Okay, that was something.
Joining us to talk about Lemnis Gate is the game director from Rat Loop Games Canada. It's James Anderson. Thanks for joining us.
So we're not gonna talk about Blood Lines, the Vampire the Masquerade.
The entire game is set inside of a 25-second time loop. So instead of playing continuously, you play for 25 seconds turn by turn. So for example, I'll take a turn and then you'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds. And then we, turn by turn, layer new characters into the same 25-second time loop. So for example, I may run down a hallway and throw a grenade, killing one of your operatives. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my
It's that sort of turn-based sort of thing.
So we have retrieve.
It's like a little like Worms.
Classic deathmatch, and we have a game mode called Domination.
Can you walk me through a little bit of like what a few turns at the start of a round looks like?
You can see the board.
I didn't get that from the trailer, but now.
And then we both get time.
Now I
to
understand.
plan and then execute our moves.
When and where can we play it?
So Lemnis Gate will be launching on August 3rd. It's open for pre-orders right now.
That's
on
also
Steam,
not too far.
And we're coming up to a open beta in July. The game will launch on PC and console, both current and next-gen platforms.
Thank you so much for joining us, James Anderson. Once again, that is the genre-bending, first-person shooter, turn-based strategy game, Lemnis Gate. Now, we're not the only one marooned in the stars out here. Coming up next, let's take a look at Next Space Rebels.
And this no man's land has a technical term. It's called commons, which means, my friends, that space is for everyone. And I mean everyone!
Next Space Rebels.
Or is it supposed to be like you learning slowly how to make a spacecraft, or it's like that sort of development? Like you take a character and then you develop into an I guess someone who can actually make a spacecraft. Okay.
Come on
in. You guys just saw Next Space Rebels. And hey, if you play enough of that game, maybe you'll get good enough at building rockets to join us up in orbit. But don't do anything illegal like Day 9 did. Last break, we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5 custom PC contest and asked you guys at home to vote for the winners. Well, we're just down to 3 houses now, with Davion, Russell Haig, and Liao being eliminated. So rip to those factions, press F to pay respects, etc., etc. Now that means that we only have 3 houses left: Kurita, Steiner, and Merrick. So make sure to vote now, because the winner will determine the build of the custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So let's keep the show moving, and next up, it's a brand new medieval RPG. This is War Tales.
War Tales, huh?
100 years have passed since the rise of the Edoran Empire, and its untimely demise following the Great Plague. In these troubled times of quarreling factions and outlaws roaming the land, work is not scarce for a band of mercenaries.
Didn't we already see this trailer?
This age have been recorded. They are known as the War Tales.
Oh, it's that kind of like XCOM sort of thing. Ooh. War Tales 2021.
That was the debut of War Tales, an open-world RPG from Shiro Games about leading a mercenary troop on a sprawling adventure. And speaking of mercenaries, our battle for the best custom PC based on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries.
Oh, is it already finished?
We'll be back live
Oh, no.
on stage soon, so make sure you keep voting for the PC build you like the most, and head over to PCGamer.com/IntelMW5 for your chance to win. So, how about another game announcement? This is E3 after all, and this year's PC gaming show is so full of games set in space, it's starting to feel a little crowded up there. But the next game we have to show you is very special. It is the world-exclusive reveal of Ixion, a deep settlement management game set in the stars. In Ixion, you struggle to maintain a space station, stockpiling resources, managing external and internal threats, and rescuing the survivors of other failed expeditions. We think this will be a brilliant entry into the genre when it releases. So, here is your first look at Ixion.
Oh, a concert?
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood.
Goddamn right.
Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together.
It looks like the sound is a little bit off from the guy's actual mouth movements.
Because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the full engine.
Jesus Christ, it's bright. I'm slowly falling asleep. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this. Whoa. No idea what the gameplay looks like though. World premiere. This looks like a little bit like Little Nightmares. Ooh. Oh, is this the second one to this game where you're like, oh yeah, I remember this, the first game, or at least if it's a different like developer, like that it's heavily inspired from that first one, where you're a little guy in a little like a vehicle and you have to help keep it running so you can continue onwards. It's fantastic. It's cool. The Ultra Expert ED.
What if for one segment I was the lead and you were my sidekick?
What? Who's ever heard of a human sidekick?
There are plenty of human sidekicks, Sean. Building list of known human sidekicks. Alex Vance and...
No. I mean human sidekicks to robot heroes. Can you compute that, DevBot?
DevBot cannot compute. There is no known precedent set for human sidekick to robot lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Human sidekick, robot lead.
DevBot, I think it's time for a hard reboot. Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Aye. Let's take a look at the next game reveal.
Yes, let's do world premiere. what is this, like a matchmaker? Like an old-timey matchmaker game? What is this? Ooh. Oh, Killing Floor too. Completely forgot about Killing Floor.
It's the PC Gaming Show, and when you're not watching me, your favorite recurring bit of a robot, make sure to head over to GeForceNow.com to grab a priority membership trial. In celebration of gaming's biggest week, you can try out all the priority benefits, including faster access to playing your favorite games, longer playtimes, and the glory of high-performance gaming with RTX On. Act fast, the special offers will be available for a limited time. Still more to come, including Jurassic World Evolution 2, Silt, and a word from Valve. But first, the captain of our program, Sean Day9 Plot, has an interview with Darren Katz from Piranha Games to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I'll be taking notes.
Ah, DevBot, I love you so much more as a voice without a body. Let's talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and joining us to do so from Piranha Games is the Senior Marketing and Community Manager, Darren Katz. Thanks so much for joining us, Darren.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be here.
Now, the MechWarrior universe is gigantic. There's a ton of games in it. I even played MechWarrior 2 back in 1995.
Are they gonna give you the cool-ass control panel?
Where does MechWarrior 5 sit in the space?
Yeah, obviously there's a very rich legacy of games that go way back. But in particular, MechWarrior 5 pays homage to MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, but it has all this modern design and technology that I'm super excited to talk about with you today.
Well, let's start at the real basics of what makes being in a mech and doing mech-on-mech combat awesome.
You become a part of your machine. And when you're out in battle, it's not just a matter of pointing and shooting at everything. You're also managing your systems, whether you're, shooting a lot of energy weapons.
I could dig another mech game. I like mech games.
So you don't shut down in the middle of a battle. And when you're facing your foes, you can salvage these battle mechs. So if you see a mech that you want, well, you might not want to destroy it completely. You might want to take out its legs or take out its arm weapons so that the pilot has to eject, and then you can just take the mech.
Now, in the last few weeks, I understand that there's been a whole lot of new content, both updates to the base game and a new DLC, Heroes of the Inner Sphere. Talk to me about what's in the DLC.
Boy, there's a lot in the DLC. I'm excited about all this stuff. There's the new career mode. When you start with the
I might have to end it because I'm falling asleep. I've said this like a bunch of times.
And start from any of the
I am actually falling asleep.
And then carve your path through the galaxy from there. Speaking of paths, there's new career paths, which earn you powerful upgrades for your battle mechs, and it's a really exciting new feature for me. And there's a new procedural mission type called Beachhead. This is a big one for me. Beachhead is basically you're clearing an enemy base landing zone for your invasion force. So as you land on the planet, you're wanting to take out satellite installations so that the enemy can't communicate with each other. You're taking out artillery emplacements. You're basically clearing the path, as I said, for your invasion force, which leads to a really cool ending of the mission if you succeed as your invasion force comes down. And there's a new biome called Extrasolar Moon, which that's maybe kind of represented in the image behind me. It's a really cool lunar type setting that we haven't had before. And then there's a lot of new equipment and weapons, things like electronic countermeasures and other electronic equipment like Beagle Active Probe, Mask, which is a little like a turbo boost for mechs, new weapons like chem lasers, mech rifles, and stream SRMs. So a lot of new content. I'm really excited about it.
Can you talk to me about what are the new different mechs? How do they play differently?
The 7 new chassis are the Vulcan, Dervish, Corsair, Marauder 2, Champion, Charger, and Hatamoto Chi. But a couple of my favorites.
Familiar names in there, yeah?
Yeah. So the first one I'll talk about is the Vulcan. It's a very unique mech.
Yeah.
It's got the nickname the Scarecrow, which you'll see from the profile. It's just a very unique looking mech. There's nothing else like it
I
in
think
the
I'm gonna have
franchise.
to call it, guys.
It's a 40-ton mech. It's highly mobile, and typically it's used for reconnaissance or scout missions.
Sorry.
So
I just can't stay up.
If you're looking for a
I'm
specific target,
slowly
if you're
drifting.
on an assassination mission, for example, you can get in there,
Slowly
find your target, get
drifting.
back out. Another mech that I'm
Drifting
super excited
away.
about. This is one of my favorites. is
Wave after wave. Wave after wave. Slowly drifting. Well, thanks for joining. I know I did get to finish it, but it is what it is, yo. I'm just too tired for this. So, well, thanks for joining. Sorry, Warner Brothers was big disappointment. It was practically nothing, and PC Gaming Show showed us some cool games already. It's a shame I can't finish it, but you know. I'll talk about whatever I missed tomorrow at Capcom's event, so hopefully I'll make up for today. But thanks, and